couple of months ago, I got a call from an advisor friend named Larry, and he was really upset. And the reason why is because he had gone on Google and had noticed that somebody seemingly overnight had left 3 really nasty reviews on his Google online business profile. And the reason he was upset was because he was convinced that it was his ex-wife that had gone through and left these reviews. And so we talked through that and we helped him fix that problem. So I just wanted to give you some best practices when it comes to what do you do if you get a negative online review. By the way, not all negative online reviews are bad. People feel that if they see all 5-star reviews that there's censorship going on, and so if you have 1 or 2 negative reviews, it's not a horrible thing as long as you deal with it correctly, but it makes it look like you're not censoring your reviews, which you can't do on Google and on Yelp anyways, but not everyone knows that. So one of the first things that you should do, and keep in mind if you get a negative review, is don't ignore it. It makes you look guilty. That's probably the worst thing you can do, is just ignore it. The second thing that you should do when it comes to negative online reviews is report the bogus ones. If they're not legitimate, report it. And that's what we did with Larry, because come to find out, it was his ex-wife that actually sent those negative reviews. She created 3 different fake profiles, and she created or left 3 really nasty reviews about Larry. So we reported those to Google, and Google actually got rid of the 2 out of the 3. So report them if they're bogus. The next thing you want to do is to respond. Don't react. Larry wanted to call out his ex-wife on those and say, you're my ex-wife, I know what you're up to, and leave his own nasty review in fighting with her. And that's probably the second worst thing you can do. The first thing is by ignoring it. The second thing is, the worst thing you can do is by reacting and not responding. So respond, don't react. The next thing you do is acknowledge the issue, and if it's appropriate, apologize. I had another advisor friend that blew off an appointment with some prospects, and these people took off work and everything just to be to this one appointment. They had really busy lives. They showed up to the appointment and the advisor had blown it off. Now, the advisor had a legitimate reason. He had a family emergency, and in the midst of all that, he forgot to reach out and let them know he'd have to reschedule. So it was legitimate, but he went back and he apologized to them, and he assured them that the situation was an anomaly. So that's the next thing you do. You apologize, and then you assure the person that the situation, if legitimate, was an anomaly. If it's not legitimate, fix it and still apologize, but assure them that this was not normal and that's not the way you normally do business. And then the last thing that you should do if you get a negative review is put the ball back in the reviewer's court. In other words, end with something like, we would love the opportunity to do better, or I would love the opportunity to provide you with a much better experience. Put the ball back in their court. That lets every reader know that you did everything you could possibly do in your power to own it, to acknowledge it, and then to put the ball back in their court to give them the possibility of a better experience if they would just reach out to you. And then one more thing is to combat those negative reviews, go through and get positive reviews. There's lots of ways that you can do that by asking friends, family, satisfied clients to go back and get positive reviews. There's actually several ways you can do that. Reach out to us if you have any questions on that. But if you need any help responding to a negative review, or like I said, getting positive reviews, reach out to your FMO, because they have something in place that can help you respond to negative reviews and get positive reviews. We help advisors with that all the time. If you're part of the Tucker Financial Group family, reach out to us. We'd love to help you with any concerns you have about that. And remember, if you have any other questions about anything, please reach out, because at Tucker Financial Group, you may be independent, but you're never alone.